We're Monster Kid Media. For those of you who don't know, this is the podcast section of our videos. This is going to be really long and probably super boring. And we haven't done any for quite some time, but
That Cemetery was the last one, I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
this is episode 3, season 2.
Oh,
Can
that's
you
what we're in.
can you guys guess what we're doing today?
Hmm.
Orca.
Talking about pine trees.
That wasn't being recorded, jerk face.
Oh,
They're palm trees, dummy.
Tonight we are doing Jaws, the 1975 Steven Spielberg classic. It's a 50th anniversary. We're a little late. They opened the beaches on July 4th. We're into August now, but it's still summertime. It's still beach time.
we're in August.
August.
Wow. Are you saying that it's going to take you that long to get this up?
Is it not August?
No. July 17th.
So,
Oh. All right.
maybe today it's August 1st. I don't know.
I thought we were in August.
The beach opened July 4th. It took us till the 17th to get on here because we were busy catching them, got those kids, the painting bandits, and hanging them up by their busted rounds.
Right. That's right.
All right. So where do we start with this?
Well,
You
I
have
mean,
9 pages of notes, is that right?
I have 9 pages of notes. You have a friend in front of you.
Yeah, that's not my friend. That's Bruce.
Oh, that's Bruce.
That's the shark we're after.
Okay.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
So he's gonna hang out with us while we do this.
All right. I got this going. I know this is gonna annoy people, but
You know,
that's the pinball machine. It's really washed out. So up here, it actually has the Amityville sign, but you can't see it because it's so washed out.
the Amity
So
sign. Amity Island, not Amityville.
Amity Island, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I went to go see Superman the other day, and as I'm scrolling, do you know that when you go to a movie theater now, like they don't do anything for you? You literally have to pick everything, and then you have to get your own popcorn, your own drink. Like you have to. They have a popcorn dispenser now, so you put it under a dispenser, and it dispenses the popcorn. The good thing is that you get to layer your own butter.
Yeah. I'm not a
Something
big
plus.
Yeah.
But anyway, so as I'm scrolling through the touchscreen, I see this Jaws 50th anniversary thing. I'm like, hey, do you guys still have this? And I mean, it was like I was asking the kid to move mountains for me. He's like, hold on. So he goes over the computer, then he comes back, he goes, yeah, we have it. I go, how much is it? He goes, it's on the screen. I go, can you just find out for me? Okay. So he goes. Anyways, so it was a barrel.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
Nice.
Jaws 50th barrel. It's a drink cup. Um, yeah. You're gonna need a bigger boat.
I love that.
Awesome.
This
I
thing
want-
is like I don't know if you can get that on there, but it's got like dirt on it and stuff. It's really
How do you
it's
get
really
your
cool.
drink in there?
Huh?
How do you get your drink in there? That's an
So
awful
this
small-
part, the top part twists off, and then
Okay.
so it's got a little thing here that turns just like the barrel. But I thought this was awesome.
That is neat.
Yeah. And I'd never seen it. So,
I wonder if they still have it.
well, if you go ask the guy
I don't know if I want
Yeah.
at
to.
my place,
I wouldn't call them.
I can go back and get you one.
Yeah, if you go back there, just grab me one. I'll pay you.
You want one, Steve?
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
I think it was like $25.
Okay.
No way
Yeah.
that guy's gonna get you 2 more.
No.
So when I bought it, it was like they're searching for the Ark of the Covenant. They were like, the girl's like, I don't know where this is.
That's
They
what
had
the
no
back
idea
room
where they
looks
were.
like. You go to back of the theater, it's just boxes and boxes. People driving around on a forklift.
So that is the good
Hold on
thing
one
about the
moment.
movie theaters now is that they're coming out with a lot more cooler merchandise to like bring people back to the movie theater.
Mhm.
Like these popcorn buckets, you know, I feel
Yeah.
like they're coming out with stuff for every horror film now, which I love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's get into this movie.
Okay.
Right on. Let's dive in.
Oh, let's
Oh, I
dive
see
in.
what he did there.
That's why you are a part of this. Um, phew. Where do we start? Opening scene.
The beginning. The title screen. The title.
Oh, you want to start at the title screen? We could talk about how they use cameras instead of showing Bruce to give you like a first shark point of view,
Yeah.
which was actually a really creative way to cover the fact that they really didn't have a hold on the mechanical shark.
Yeah. A happy accident,
Yeah.
right? For sure. But it just sets the tone, right? And it's like, oh, okay. Like the underwater is already an unknown place for people and a scary place for people, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so to couple it with that music that John Williams came up with, uh, just absolutely ridiculous.
Well, the music alone, and we've said this about other films, this music is another character. But that music is very underwater sounding. It's like an impending doom is coming and it's coming closer and faster. And it just builds this anxiety throughout the film.
Makes your heart race to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
without the music, it's not the same movie. Period.
No.
No,
Mm.
not at all.
Yep.
Um, that opening scene,
Mhm.
typical 70s horror film opening scene, kids getting fucked up by campfires, but now it's on a beach and not in a campground. Um, two run off to go swim.
Yep.
The the guy that's too drunk to swim always reminds me of the drunk guy at the cemetery in Texas Chainsaw Massacre who falls on his back and he's like talking to himself. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and the girl, I want to say her name is Christy or Chrissy.
Well, her film name is Chrissy. Yeah.
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 So
Yeah.
she jumps in. She's like, "Fuck it, I don't need this guy to
Yeah.
swim with me." She goes in. She's treading water, and all
Yeah.
of a sudden feels this tug.
So before we get into that, and this kind of is a thing that happens throughout the movie. Before anything bad happens, when she's in the water and that night shot is gorgeous, right? Like the I mean, I don't know if that's the natural moon off the water. It looks like it is, but then, like she puts her leg up, it's like all very artistic, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I watched it in 4K. Um, and so there's a lot more that you can see.
Uh, didn't watch 4K.
Yeah, I didn't either. I watched it
Well,
like that.
I know, and I know you guys did. So I watched it and I'll do the dirty work and watch it in 4K and I'll see things that you guys don't see. Um
Mike, Mike
but
freezing up.
it's really beautiful. Like it's what?
I said, you keep freezing up.
You freeze up sometimes too. I don't know.
It'll be fine.
We're just gonna keep freezing, I guess.
Good.
But yeah, so before she gets attacked, it's like I said, it's just a really gorgeous shot on the water with the moon. All the night shots are done really well. So
Oh yeah.
So the shark comes up, gives her a little love tug, like
right.
you're about to get eaten.
Yeah.
Yep.
This part terrified me when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
She starts getting thrown back and forth in the water. And I didn't know how they did it until I did some research before we did this. They used ropes on both sides and they were just pulling back and forth.
Right.
But seeing that as a kid, and I was young when I saw this movie because it was one of the movies that I was allowed to see when I was like 5 years old or whatever. I mean, it was insane. And then those screams. The only other uh scream comparison that I can give is when Tina's being killed in Nightmare on Elm Street. She does that guttural raw scream.
Mm-hmm.
Um, those two are probably my top two favorite screams in horror, but that scene is just nuts to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're taking
She didn't know, right? So she didn't know when they didn't tell her when they're going to pull on her, when they're going to do it. So whenever she felt a tug from below, she had no idea when it was going to happen.
yeah.
So I mean that could be terrifying because it's dark. Like, you don't know, and
Yeah.
it doesn't matter that you know you're safe. It still have that feeling.
Have you ever been in the ocean at nighttime?
Yes.
Yes,
It's
it's
crazy.
yeah, it's
It's
crazy.
scary.
Like that's the ocean. You
It's
can get
scary.
you can get fucked up in the ocean.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
dude, I've been in a pool at nighttime, and I was like, Jaw's gonna
Or
come get me.
sharks.
So this grabs onto the buoy or the float, whatever. And I'm like, all right, cool, she's good. In my brain, I always think, climb up that thing.
She
Get your
probably doesn't
Yeah.
have any legs left.
probably not at that point. Um, and then at that point, she's grabbed again and taken down under.
Mhm.
Such an awesome scene. It's one of my favorite scenes of the film. I didn't realize how they dubbed the screaming back to the screaming and the audio. They had her screaming in a room, and then when she went under, they had to have like the scream muffled by the water. So basically, they waterboarded her, had her scream, and dumped water down her throat to muffle that scream.
That's
That's
awesome.
that is.
Crazy.
I was watching that interview and Richard Dreyfuss was saying how he went into the studio at this time to talk to Steven Spielberg, not knowing what was going on. And that was good. They were doing that. And he was just like, huh, one of those days, huh? Or something like that.
What am I walking into?
Yeah. That's hilarious.
So then we would get into the movie, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh,
Then you go to Brody and his wife. And it was funny because when Brody got up, I had to look up his age in the movie. So his age is 42 because he gets up and he does the old, like like how I get up now. So I was like, oh man. I was like, oh, okay,
so
I
All
Brody,
get
those
that.
years of being a police officer worn down, man.
yeah, New York City cops don't have an easy job.
No, no.
They
And
all they all get up a little slow these days.
but he got up and you could just tell he was not. It was just one of those mornings, man. Um.
So
So yeah,
I'm gonna jump ahead just a little bit. So we're
of course
introduced
you are.
to Brody, and then the girl washes up on shore.
Yeah.
The
Mhm.
deputy finds the girl. I think that his overreacting is crazy. Like it's too much.
I disagree. You're talking about the guy that finds it.
Yeah.
See, I disagree, and
Like
I'll tell you why.
okay.
Um. Well, unless Stevie looked like he was going to say something too. I don't want to keep interrupting.
No, no, go. Go. You're good.
So, all right. So I'm going to kind of skip ahead a little bit too. Well, it kind of ties into something I noticed. Um, this town has never seen anything bad happen ever. And it's prevalent in a lot of the little things that come through of these people's problems. And I wrote some of them down, but he's never seen anything like this. He's never experienced anything like this in his life. He sees this hand, this dead hand, and what we can assume is part of a torso, and crabs just eating at it. And I thought that him going like this with like kind of a little bit of his slight saliva coming off was a perfect reaction to somebody that probably has never seen anything like that before. So you have to understand, to somebody that's never seen anything like that, it's a jarring thing to see.
I don't know. I disagree. The first time I'd seen anything like that, I didn't act like that. I wasn't kicking, throwing sand. I'm like, oh, that's fucked up. And then, you got a job to do. Get your ass up, radio for the chief, and say, hey, we found the body. The body's been recovered. You act like you've been there. This is
But he's never been there.
you're a grown ass man. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you. So
Wait,
let me tell you the things that they deal with. All right. So
I was kind of lost. I'm sorry. I'm kind of lost here. So are we talking about the cop when he's seen it, or are we talking about the kid that fell down the hill? The
No, no,
sand.
no. The deputy, the cop.
Okay, all right. Because I thought we were talking about that kid for a minute. I was like, well,
no.
yeah, he's gonna be scared, but yeah, you okay?
Although I don't know if you guys watch any deleted scenes, but they have a deleted scene of the kid, and Brody's like, "Come and look at this," and he wants him to look at the girl, and he has a really weird expression on his face, almost like smiling and laughing. It's really weird. I'm glad they took it out because it did not fit at all.
Huh.
I don't think I've seen that scene.
Yeah, I
Oh
don't.
man! All right. So what I can do is I have it on the deleted scenes. I can take a picture and I'll send it to you if you want to put that in right here. It's
Yeah.
a really weird reaction,
All
and
right.
it makes no sense. And I'm really glad they took it out because Brody's like, no, you need to come and look at this. Like, why does he need to see it? First of all,
Wow.
Yeah.
but yeah,
They would have barricaded that area off, and they wouldn't have let
yeah.
anybody over there.
I mean, I don't know. I can see from your point of view where it, but again, I think for the movie's sake, they need to. I don't know. I guess I can see both ways.
I think it was a part of 70s overacting. You know,
Yeah,
like if they shot that movie today, I can't imagine them having a deputy react to a dead body that way.
yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
right.
so that kind of puts me into the town itself.
Okay.
So when I talk about how the town has never dealt with anything, right? So as he sees this girl, or I think it's when Brody hasn't even seen the girl yet, maybe. These are the problems that people are coming to him with. And I just kind of noticed it, because like watching it for this, you watch it differently.
Yeah.
So one of the problems was kids karateing Harry's fence, right?
Yep.
The one guy was like, there's a car parked illegally in front of my store with Vermont plates or New Hampshire plates,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
There's another guy when Brody goes into the hardware store to get stuff for the signs to close the beaches. The guy is like losing his shit over that he didn't get his summer supplies, his beach ball, his chairs, his umbrellas, and losing it. He's like, I'm never coming back here. It just, and there were other things when they were on the beach, and I wrote it down. It happens a little bit later, like when everybody go right before the Alex Kenter thing. The one guy comes over and he's like, Brody, I gotta talk to you. He's like, I got these cats in front of my house. Like, that's his biggest thing right now. You got to get rid of these cats, and something about a garbage truck or something. So these people have never dealt with anything, and I think it's all very deliberate, that it makes it that this town has never dealt with anything like this even close. Because I mean, you got the mayor who is just poo-pooing this. Like, now wait a second. Like, nobody's taking it seriously, and it's because they've never dealt with
I mean, I could see that perspective. I can see that point of view, and they do go over the top with the dumb things that the people complain about.
it. Mhm.
Um, I don't know. I felt like I felt like it was a lot that like over the top his acting.
But again, it's a little town up in, the north. I mean, they probably don't deal with anything. It's, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, Brody says later on in the movie about like he came from New York, where it was you had to walk your kids to school. The kids couldn't be outside playing and all that stuff, to this town where they haven't had a gun shooting, what, like 25 years or
yeah.
something like that.
Mhm.
So, I mean, they do shove that down your throat a lot in this movie.
Yeah. But I think that again, I think that's on
Yeah.
purpose, just to show how they're not ready for anything like this.
Yeah.
Um,
It makes it more that makes it even scarier, I think.
Absolutely, yeah.
So the chief sees the body. We got to shut this down. This looks like a shark attack. We got to shut down the beach. Mayor Larry's like, no, we're not shutting down the beach. The swimming brings in all the money, all the revenue, and they're like, fuck it, we're gonna keep the beach open,
And
right?
his sweet ass anchor suit, by the way,
Yep.
His anchor suit is pretty cool.
that's freaking awesome.
One of
Um,
one of
well,
my least favorite parts of the movie is Pippin going missing.
well,
Oh, yeah.
we'll come back to that.
All right.
You keep jumping ahead, man.
That's
Jeez,
not much.
stop
So,
jumping ahead.
so back to them finding the dead body.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch that stuff about the arm and the hand in the sand or whatever? Like what they went through with that
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
behind the scenes? I guess they made a prop of the arm, and when it came to him, it was way too shiny. He said it looked fake. But the guys that made it, they said that that's how it would look after it's been sitting out like that after being attacked, and it's sitting in the sun and everything. But Steven Spielberg still didn't like it, so they tried to put like powder and stuff on it to make it a little duller looking, and it
Mhm.
still just didn't look right. So they did the old school way and got one of the actors or whatever to lay down, buried them in sand to the elbow, and stuck the elbow out, and then dumped those crabs over top of their hand and stuff and let it go and
Really?
filmed it that
Wow.
way. So that was a real hand sticking out with them crabs on it. And he said that he wanted it to be like Indiana Jones, with all the insects running around and stuff,
Mhm.
but they didn't have enough, and putting it on a real hand like that couldn't have been safe. So they could only use a few crabs, but he visualized like hundreds of crabs all over
It
that,
looked like
like
a lot of crabs.
eating. But that was a real hand, someone buried in the sand, sticking their hand through the hole.
Do you know whose hand it was?
No,
It's probably just some random dude on the set.
probably, probably.
So that hand, but then the hand that uh Richard, what was his name? Richard Dreyfuss. What was his character's name?
Hooper?
Hooper. When he lifts it up, it's got all these like rings on the hand, and I don't think the hand that was sticking up had a bunch of rings on it. But anyways,
Yeah.
we'll let it go. We'll let it go. Before we go ahead, one of the first things that you see that's awesome that I always wanted was that Chevy Blazer, the convertible, or well, I guess it's a fiberglass top, the Chevy Blazer that Chief Brody had. I think it was awesome. Yeah, yeah. And I looked it up. Apparently, it was only 3 years that they had it. It was 72, 73, 74, or maybe, yeah, 70 and 75, and that was it. And then they changed it to a different kind of top. But those are the only years for it.
I just noticed a bunch of the cars like from National Lampoon's Vacation
Yeah, yeah.
coming off the
Those,
ships and
yep.
stuff.
Um, so yeah. So now I guess we're they're back at the beach, right?
Yep. Where the dog goes missing.
Well, yeah, not yet, but um So this movie has a lot of interesting parts, like things that don't really connect. Does that make sense? Um, like cuts in the thing that don't make that don't have a flow. Does that make
I,
sense?
I caught a couple of those.
Yeah, there's a couple of them. But one of the funniest things in this movie is when you see that lady floating in the water and Harry rises up from the water
Yep.
with his cap on and he just like makes that weird face.
Yeah.
I love it every time. It's like it's hilarious.
And then Brody makes fun of his hat.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
goes, "That's a bad hat, Harry." And in fact, that became a production company,
Bad
Bad
hat.
Hat Harry Productions, and they produced a couple movies. They produced the X-Files movie. Um, I think they did the show House.
Huh.
They did hold on. I wrote it down.
I knew they did some stuff because remember back in the day when we'd watch TV shows, they would show like little things after the credits, everything like
Let's see
sit,
the credits.
sit, good dog.
Oof.
They had one that did that. That's a bad hat, Harry.
Yeah, and I think it's short enough that you could probably throw it in here. So it's like a little cartoon, and it's him telling him, and then in the background you see like a shark fin go really fast. Like it's all an homage to it. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can put it in here.
That's some bad hat, Harry.
But they produced The Usual Suspects.
Oh wow.
Yep. Super X-Men, Superman Returns, and Legion. There were a couple other ones that I didn't know. But and so the shows they did were House and Legion, which those are two pretty big shows. But so yeah, you should look at that. So
Here's to swimming with bow-legged women.
yeah. I think mine's more fitting, but it's fine.
Well, yeah, for now. Till I
Whoa,
Oh man.
man, this guy just loves to jump all over the place.
I still got water in there.
Wait, don't drink that.
Now it's got to. All right, so this scene is the Alex Kinter scene. Um,
Can we talk about the fucking dog yet?
we're not to the dog yet, man.
No, the dog went missing before Alex.
Oh, all right, fine. The dog went missing. Now, on the subtitles, it says Tippet. So I looked it up, and there's two camps. There's the Pippet camp and the Tippet camp. I always thought he said Pippet,
Yeah, I thought so.
but
Too.
That's
the
what I thought.
subtitles say Tippet.
I,
I don't
I
know.
forget the dog's real name. That was Steven Spielberg's dog.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What does IMDb say?
I didn't look on IMDb. I don't know. You want me to look real quick?
No, it's okay. I mean,
So what
I
if I
just
told?
know I just know they said on the documentary thing I watched that was Steven Spielberg's dog.
so Alex runs to his mom.
Forget about Alex for a second. We're on the dog now.
Oh,
You
no,
wanted the dog.
dog.
What if I told you the dog's not dead?
Still, that movie is 50 years old. How the fuck is the dog still alive?
The
Yeah.
dog's dead now, but in that movie, he doesn't die.
Okay.
Dog swimming like in the Meg? Swam away from the big shark?
So there's a couple things. Number one, they asked Steven Spielberg about it, and he never said that the dog died. He said it's ambiguous. He's like, I don't know. He's like, I
He
don't know what
doesn't want
happened to the
to,
dog.
it's his dog. He doesn't even want to pretend like his dog died.
So I want you to write this down. So Tippet or Pippet is apparently killed at the 16-minute 45-second mark, right? Hold on. Let's see.
Did he just tell us he wants us to write something down?
Yep.
Yeah, he did.
What the heck? The guy takes 9 pages of notes and now he's like Mr. Teacher over here.
Talk amongst yourselves. Because there's another time here where I can't find it.
Way to be
Talk amongst
organized,
yourselves.
Mike.
There's a lot of dead time right now.
Well, just spit it out.
I can't find the time here.
Well, what is it for?
Oh, here we go. Around the 1 minute 3 second mark. Okay. When his son is in the pond area or in the little lake area.
That's the 1 hour, 3 second mark.
1 hour and 1 hour 3 minute mark. Sorry.
I was
1
gonna
hour
say
3
1
minute
minute.
mark.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 hour 3 minute. Sorry. I said 1 hour 3. The 1 hour 3 minute mark.
Yeah.
Okay.
You actually see the dog. He's laying down. It's on the walkway. You can see the dog and his owner, and they're right there.
Really?
Yes. The dog is laying down. The
Never.
dog's there. The dog's there.
That's got to be an editing issue.
Nope.
I
Dog's
like
there.
it better. If the dog's not dead, that's better for me.
Dog's not dead. Did you ever
Well,
see the dog die?
You
I
did.
didn't.
That's true.
All right.
Dogs are interesting. They'll just run and
Show back up that
That'd just be
and
okay.
everybody lost their minds when Alex Kinzer got eaten. So they forgot about the dog.
So can we talk about Alex Kintner real quick?
Yeah.
So he runs to his mom. Hey, can I go play just 10 more minutes? She said, let me see your hands. She says, you're pruned. 10 more minutes. That's all you got.
How old is his mom, by the way?
What's up?
How old is his mom, by the way?
Yeah, she's
Like-
older. You know, it was the 70s. She was probably 30 in that. Takes his little yellow raft and runs out there. And now he's floating in the water. This fool gets eaten up. Spoiler.
Yeah.
hardcore.
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
This scene was supposed to be way more brutal than it actually was.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it was still pretty brutal. Like seeing the kid go down, you know, in the red ocean water.
Although you can't really tell what it is really. Like I've seen that scene, like, and I watched it and I paused it. I still can't tell what's going on.
It looks like the shark does like a death roll.
Like a barrel, yeah, like a death roll. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
It's very realistic the way he took the boy down, because I just recently watched a real video of this Russian guy being attacked by a bull shark, I think it was. And it was just like that. He got taken down and then shot way up in the air, did like a flip in the air and pulled right back down. All you see is his legs. It goes head to legs and he's down under. It was very realistic. I thought it was over exaggerated with the explosion and stuff. It really went like that.
Why didn't you send me that?
yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'll send it to you.
Research.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah. You knew we were going to be doing Jaws, man.
I didn't even think about it. I'll send it to you.
Stevie always hiding stuff.
Sorry, my bad. My bad.
So they nerfed this kill to get a better rating, right?
Yeah. Can you believe what this movie's rated?
Yeah, I know, right?
Do you know what it is?
Yeah. It's I think it's PG.
It's PG.
Yeah.
That's
It's
crazy.
There's a guy I golf with. We were talking about Jaws, and he was like, "That was the first R-rated movie I think I ever saw." I'm like, "It's rated PG." He's like, "No, it's not. It's rated R." He fought me tooth and nail about it. I'm like, "It's PG." He's like, "It shows breasts." I'm like, "Movies back then did show that, and they got like a PG-13
I mean,
rating."
in fairness, you really couldn't see them back in that. On 4K, you can, but
In my bathroom, you can. We have a shower curtain in it. It shows it.
Yeah. I mean, so to your point, Matt, that scene was supposed to be way more brutal. I sent you those pictures.
Yeah.
that you can
I'll
click
drop.
in right now. But
Yep.
where they were supposed to show the shark coming up, but again, the shark wasn't working, so they couldn't do it. Which, let's be honest, if we're, we'll just throw this in here that probably was for the best for the whole
Yeah.
movie,
I agree.
right?
I
Yeah.
love that you don't see Jaws until way later in the
We
movie.
don't see Jaws until 1 hour, 2 minutes into the movie.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
It is
I
awesome.
love that.
Awesome. I mean, I guess you kind of see him with Al Kinter-ish, but not really.
It's the same thing they did with Halloween.
Yeah.
You know, less.
I love that suspense like that. It's fantastic. It makes it way more scarier to me.
Yeah.
Again, happy accident.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if they had their way, they probably would have shown Jaws right away.
Well, yeah, maybe. I don't know because did you guys watch the special documentaries that are on like I think it's the 45-year anniversary Blu-ray 4K thing. They have like two different documentaries on there.
They do. I didn't watch them because I was just like, if people really want to, like, if people want to know that stuff, they'll go watch those, and that they can tell a lot better than I can. Um,
Hmm.
but I watched them, and yeah, you're right. Like, go ahead, like, and I figured you knew because this is your jam, right? This is like,
Well, I mean, he didn't want to show Jaws. That was his idea doing this
Mhm.
movie. He wanted it to be shot like at water level, like the way we would see it in the water,
Yeah,
just to keep that suspense and that scary feeling. And I guess that Kintner boy scene was shot. He wasn't even there when they shot that scene. He was already packed up on a plane back to LA. He wasn't even around for that shot
was
because
that
that
one
was
of the
like
last days that
yeah,
they
the
shot that?
very
Oh,
last day that happened and Jaws being taken off at the end. He was not present for any of it. So that Kintner scene, they did show Jaws but like you were right, there was the problem with it. I guess they ended up using like some female mannequin in his
mm.
place on the raft because I guess he was like 12 when he shot it and he couldn't do the scene right because he was supposed to he was laying next to stuff up with blood in it and it
Yeah.
explodes. And they told him when the explosion happens, just go into the water and stay under the water until we tell you to get out. But he would go in the water and come right back up every time. So they finally had swimmers under the water. And when that happened, they grabbed him by his leg and pulled him under and then put like the breathing thing on him and just held him down there so they could get that shot. But
You gonna stay down here today?
yeah, but I guess Steven Spielberg had that idea. He did not want to show Jaws until way later into the movie.
All right, that's cool. I mean, I'm glad. I mean,
Yeah.
anyways, it all worked out fantastic. Those close up shots are awesome. Like I'll jump ahead a little bit, but the fisherman, with the close up of his feet trying to climb up the thing was, like it's kind of slipping. You're like, is it gonna get attacked? Is he gonna die?
Oh, the guy when they gave that pork roast, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
The yeah. I'm not talking about like later on with all the fishermen. That part, yeah, that part was hilarious, but we'll get to that in a second. But I'm talking about the two guys that went out by themselves at night.
Yeah. I have a
Yeah.
lot to talk about on that scene too when we get
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
But
Real quick with Alex Kintner, the you guys probably heard this, but the mom was out eating at a restaurant and she saw an Alex Kintner burger on the menu
Mm.
and told the waiter or waitress, I was in the movie that he gets eaten. And she was like, oh, wait a second. And the guy who played Alex came out and reunited with her. I guess he owned the restaurant or he was a manager of the restaurant.
it'd be
Yeah,
awesome to
that's
be there at that time.
Yeah, how awesome was
such
that?
a cool story.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
an
She
awesome story.
I don't
she
know where that
passed
is.
away at a nursing home in Aurora, Ohio.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. I mean, I get it. It happens, but
Yeah.
It's in Aurora, Ohio, so
That's
We
cool.
know that. It's like, wow.
We could have went to the nursing home, got her autograph.
This guy.
I wonder what it would look like. Like, was she okay to sign it, or would it just been like, you
Ribbles.
know?
Just
Yeah. I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
Or she might have slapped us because I heard that was a big thing with her.
yeah,
Fans
Oh,
would
where people
always
ask her
walk
to
up and
slap him?
ask him to slap her.
yeah, that slap was brutal, and I guess she went and she slapped him a lot. It was 17,
Yeah.
18 times.
Wow.
Yeah.
Um, so this is right around the time where they say $3,000 reward to catch the shark. Mike
Well,
sent me a text today about, hey, when you're watching this, see what you see in the background.
well, hold on. You're skipping a couple things.
Okay.
So I just want to bring us back for a second because we love to skip ahead, and I love us for it. But we got to talk about the camera after the Alex Kentner thing.
Oh, the Hitchcock shot.
The Hitchcock shot, yes,
Yeah. So, for those of you who
that was
don't know,
awesome. So what? Hitchcock used that in Vertigo, right?
yes. And for those of you who don't know what the Hitchcock shot is, it's when the camera either zooms in or zooms out and moves the opposite way to create the background effect.
Yeah.
So in this case, it zoomed in on Chief Brody, and as they were zooming in, they were backing the camera up, and it gives this really cool effect. But yeah, that's a Vertigo shot,
Yeah,
and they call it the Hitchcock shot.
yeah. So
I've tried to do it with
I didn't want to, and
phone.
then that shot was just awesome. What?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. I've tried to do that with my cell phone, and it's really hard. Like I can't get it to work on my cell phone.
Mhm.
Probably need like some expensive cameras to do it.
Maybe.
You probably need some old school cameras to do it
There you
at this
go.
point.
But yeah, that's
Yeah, that's an amazing shot. It's so it
oh,
just puts you right there. That
It makes
feeling.
you feel so uneasy.
Yeah, yeah.
she's
A
just
lot of parts of
rubbing
this
his
movie.
shoulders and everything's okay. And he's like on high alert, scanning the water, and then boom.
Mhm. Yep. But before you skip to that part that I sent you, you skip the whole thing because after that they all go into their meeting,
Yeah,
right?
with Quint.
With Quint, right? So, and that's when we first meet Quint,
Mhm.
who is easily my favorite character.
Quint is awesome.
Like even before watching, I mean, it's been a couple years since I've seen it, and I've always loved Quint, but really watching it and listening to him, like his lines are just hilarious. And
Yeah.
he just going. Like I don't know if they were written or if he's just going off because he says some wild stuff.
I heard
And I
some of the stuff that he said was stuff that he heard from local townspeople. Like I don't remember the guy's name, but the head that you see that floats up in the water later on in the movie and stuff,
yes,
the head that they modeled that off of, he
I,
was a local townsperson. I guess like he was really like telling crazy stories and stuff. And Quint talked to him a lot while they were offset, and a lot of the stuff that he told him he used in the
yeah,
movie.
he based his character off that guy.
That guy could in the movie.
Yeah. I mean, he was in the movie.
Well, I mean, like playing that part.
Oh, right, right. I have it written down. I'll come back to it later. But so in that scene, um, there's a couple things that I noticed. One was as I'm kind of looking, there was a guy that kind of was out of place. And you if you watch it again, you'll notice it. And he's wearing a shirt, and the shirt says Bill Smith's Clam Bake. And he's just kind of like he doesn't really fit in because everybody else is kind of like in different garb, and he's just wearing this white T-shirt that says Bill Smith's Clam Bake. Well, that guy was actually Bill Smith, who owned this clam bake business, and it was his own business that he
Self
had.
promotion.
Yeah, he was promoting his own. They're like, "Can you be in this movie?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "But I'm gonna wear my shirt with my with my restaurant on it or whatever it was." Yeah,
That's awesome.
Bill Smith's clam bake. It was great
That's
because
genius.
Best commercial ever.
it was so out of. I was like, there's something about that guy. So I looked it up and yeah, for sure thing. Um, and another thing, when Brody was talking, and I gotta think it was on purpose, but he kind of stumbles over his words a couple times. I don't know if you noticed that. He at the 20-minute mark, he misspeaks about the summer deputies. Like he goes, the summer deputy, I mean the extra summer deputies, like he fumbles over his words. And it could be on purpose because he's nervous about talking in front of everybody. But it's just a little thing I saw that if it is on purpose, then it makes sense because he would be nervous talking in front of everybody because he's new and trying to figure out everything.
Did it seem
Um,
natural?
what
Did it seem natural?
it
I never
it
noticed it.
it did kind of seem natural. Like when you watch it again, you'll see him flub over his words a little bit. And the reason why I think it was on purpose is because the next sentence he also kind of does like a little pause. So I'm almost so either he did it on accident and then he decided like, okay, I'm gonna go with it, or it was supposed to be like that. Because it seems so I mean, these actors are great, so it just seemed like it was something that as we're talking and we kind of misspeak, we kind of go back on it.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Yep.
And it just seemed like that. So it almost seemed like he kind of messed up the line for 1 second, and I was like, and then went back to it, and then he kind of maybe leaned into it a little bit more.
Hmm.
But yeah, check it out. It's pretty cool. And so then the other thing about this part that I don't know if you guys know this. I never knew this. So I didn't see it, but I looked it up, and there's a guy that named Happy Haunt 13 on Reddit that noticed it. You know, the shark on the chalkboard?
Hmm.
Yeah. How it looks like they erased it and drew it bigger.
Oh yeah, yeah. So there's another one there that has been erased, and there was an older one. That's pretty cool. I never knew that.
Yeah, it's hard to see, but it looks like maybe the staff of the movie drew it and they were like, draw it bigger.
It's
Because
a very yeah. The nose is very rounded. The guy actually like outlined it so you can kind of see it. I think I took a picture of it, but the guy outlined it, and it definitely doesn't look like a great white. Not that the picture, I mean, they gave him like a nose, like there's a, what is that? I don't know that shark that has the nose on it. There's a certain shark that has that, but it still doesn't quite look like a great white. But
Quint used to annoy me when I was a kid because his accent, it was hard for me to follow. Like, I don't know what he's talking about as a little kid.
mhm.
I don't understand this guy. And he's just like saying these jokes that I don't really understand. And he's like laughing about them. And he's kind of a drunk. And
He's not kind of a drunk.
but as I'm getting older, like he's definitely my favorite character in the movie.
Oh yeah, he has to be insane for what he does and what he's been through
Mhm.
that we find
Oh
out.
yeah.
Um, and then the other thing is that his first mate is there.
Hmm.
The guy with the orange hat on.
Mhm.
He doesn't really talk about him, but he's there. There's a deleted scene where he quits that they didn't put in the movie,
Ah,
so that's why he's not on the boat with them. So he's there, but then he quits because he doesn't want to go out.
Hmm.
that's cool.
Yeah,
I'll have to watch the deleted scenes. I don't think I've ever seen any of the Jaws deleted scenes.
yeah. I mean, there's a couple of them. Most of them, it's like, okay, I understand why this isn't in the movie. But again, they're kind of cutting room floor things.
Yeah.
All right, so now where are we going?
Uh,
To the thing that you said.
we are at the Night Fisherman then. No, we're not there yet. We're at the Night Fisherman.
Okay, there's an incontinuity problem with this scene.
With which scene?
Well, with the night fisherman, but then it bounces back to Brody reading the book and it's daylight.
See, I don't think it's daylight.
It's definitely brighter than nighttime.
Yeah. Again, that's another one of my favorite scenes. I always loved when he's looking at it and you can see the book in his glasses. I don't know why I've always loved that. I just think
Cool
it
shot.
just looks, huh?
It's a cool shot.
It's a cool shot.
So the reason
Um,
that we're dealing with these night fishermen now is because they didn't want to pay Quint the $10,000. He said, "I'll get the shark for you, but it's going to cost way more than the $3,000."
yeah.
And they were like, "Yeah, whatever. You're drunk. We'll deal with it." Hey, everybody, go get the shark. $3,000 on the line, and then you get these two yahoos, stealing the one guy's wife's pot roast.
Yeah.
Like, let's go catch this shark. And Stevie, you got stuff to talk about with this?
Well, initially, one of those guys, not the one that is in the water swimming back, but the one on the dock, was supposed to be Joe Spinell, the guy from Maniac.
Yeah.
But he was filming, I believe he was filming his scene in Godfather at the point because he's really good friends with Steven Spielberg. So he was supposed to be one of those guys that was there. And
I
he
didn't
was
know that.
totally bummed that he wasn't part of Jaws. Hmm?
I had no idea that he was.
Yeah, that would have been awesome if Spinell was there. Because, I mean, you see, like, when they did the Oscar stuff and everything, Joe Spinell sitting next to Steven Spielberg, sporting a Jaws shirt and, like, promoting this movie like crazy. Even though The Godfather was, like neck and neck with Jaws at this time, he was all about promoting Jaws because he's a huge horror fan, you know?
I
But,
I love that scene.
mhm.
Uh, and it does that thing that horror movies do where like it's like a slow chase. The guy's swimming as fast as he can. The shark is swimming faster. At least you think that the shark is coming. You see the dock coming back.
Yep.
You
That
know?
just makes it scarier with the dock turning and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
coming
Oh
back.
yeah,
You don't
really
see
like
him at
slow.
all.
Yep.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's another night scene. Like the night scenes are the way they shot them. Now, I don't know if it was during the day and they put a filter on it or what, but
Some of the scenes is like that. I don't know about that one,
yeah.
but some of the scenes they did shoot during the day and then did the filter
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
That scene almost didn't end up in this movie. They almost didn't do that scene. Um, I guess Spielberg has like a script that he wrote, aside from what was filmed. And initially, the scene was a guy sitting in like a lighthouse, like one of the guys that watches ships coming in at night to make sure they don't hit anything.
Mhm.
And this worker is supposed to be sitting up there watching, and all of a sudden there's like a bunch of sailboats in the water, and all of a sudden you see like one sailboat kind of go like this, and then the second one next to it goes like this, and then it goes like 4 or 5 sailboats all moving like this, which is showing Jaws is coming. And the guy goes down, he's like drinking his coffee, he goes down to rinse out his thermos, and he went to the water to get some water to rinse it out, and Jaws just like takes him in. But they never shot the scene because of how far behind they were while filming and the budget. He said it would have put way too much work in there and would have cost so much more. So he decided to cut that scene out. But that scene was initially going to be in the movie, not the two guys on the dock.
Huh.
Wow.
Little info there.
That's pretty cool. I mean, that scene really didn't need to exist. It was still cool. But I mean I like the scene. It gives just another element
Oh yeah,
of
it
the
makes you picture how big and strong the shark
right. Yeah, it
is.
just takes the dock and just freaking
Yeah.
and again, like I was saying earlier, when he's trying to get up, it's that close up of the feet. Um That happens later on also when they're on the Orca. I know I'm jumping ahead, but it just adds to it when they're walking along the edge and you just see the guy's foot just kind of slip for a second, and you're already invested so much. You're like, you kind of like,
Yeah. Yeah.
So those two failed. They failed catching the shark.
Hmm.
Next morning,
they didn't die.
they didn't die, so they won. They won the game of life. But the next morning, the bay is filled with fishermen, and this is where you're introduced to Hooper.
Yep.
And let's
So,
go to your text that you text me about.
well, hold on. So I know you want to go to it, but again, this is another one of those scenes that happened that when you see it happen, it's a very odd scene. When they first go,
is this something that could have waited until after I told you the fucking?
no, because it's before that.
Is it?
Yes, it's when it goes. Look, the first shot we see is this dude come out. His name is the character is Frank Silva. He's the harbor master, and it's on the sign in the back. It says Frank Silva, harbor master. This guy comes out, this old man in a black and white plaid shirt, carrying some cereal, and all you do is see him, and he has a pipe, and he's just kind of smiling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't really fit into anything. It's like, what is this dude doing? He's just he looks like he's like a dude
Weird townie
with dementia, just kind of looking around. So I looked him up, and it's played by a guy named Donald Poole, who has no acting whatsoever. He was talked into it by his daughter-in-law, and he was a local lobsterman, and they're like, you look the part. Can you be in it? The guy had never done any of that in his life. I don't know if you could tell.
Local dude.
They
put in just a local guy they just put in the film.
Just a local dude that they put in there, and they're like, you look like you would be the harbor, whatever, the harbor master. So he's like, he comes out and he has that look on his face, like, and then there's nothing else. He goes and sits down. That's it.
Nice.
So then we meet Hooper. Go ahead, Matt.
No, you go. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. This happens at 28 minutes 55 seconds. Go ahead.
So I get a text from Mike. Hey, this happens at what time?
28 minutes 55 seconds into the movie.
Yeah, and
roughly.
I've seen this all over the internet before. In the background, there is a house that's eerily similar to the Amityville house, which is different than Amity Island. Or is it? I mean, is Amity Island somewhere in the fictional realm of Amityville? Like, Amityville is a real place and it actually happened in real life. But the movie obviously takes some liberties. So maybe they're related.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, you watch the Amityville Horror, there's that whole boat scene and stuff back there.
Yeah. So it actually happens. You can see it twice.
You see it twice. You see it a couple of times. It's a brown house. I mean, you can't, once you know it's there, you can't miss it. I mean, this was all filmed in Edgartown Harbor. So, I mean, it's not the house, but it looks just like it.
Yeah, it's cool. It's got the eye windows.
Yes.
Ambrel roof. It's very cool. Okay, now we're introduced to Hooper.
Yeah.
I love his introduction. Hi. Well, hello to you. That guy greets him at the thing. He says something like, "Do you know of any nice restaurants or something? Someplace I can eat?" He just kind of looks at him, just walks across the road.
Oh, it tells him to walk straight ahead into the water, and then he's like, "Okay, you're all gonna die."
You're all gonna die.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. That whole scene is pretty funny with the fishermen all going out together. Like those
Yeah.
guys are nuts.
I
Yeah.
never really realized, as a kid, I didn't realize the dichotomy between the characters that I understand as an adult watching, like how different Hooper is from Brody and how different they are from Quint, and how Quint probably has a deep hatred for Hooper, and vice
Yeah.
versa. And somehow they both respect Brody. As a kid watching that, I didn't understand people's personalities and why, you know what I'm saying? Like I
Well,
thought
yeah.
it was just like three dudes.
Well, now we're
Yeah.
older, and I'm sure that we can point out people that we know.
Yeah, like, oh, this is a rich, spoiled college kid who hasn't really faced much adversity, uh, versus like the old rough dude who's gone through some shit.
Yep.
But
Yep.
as
And
a
Brody
kid, I watched the movie and I'm like,
in his own way.
Quint is just annoying to me as a kid. Uh, Hooper's just a silly dude, and Brody was more like a dad, you know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But now that I'm older, I definitely see, I see the characters, and I appreciate the character development that Spielberg put into it.
Yeah. And you can understand why Quint, you know, is really the way he is to Hooper.
Mhm.
Because he's just
Oh
like
yeah.
this guy, all right, yeah, you might know about sharks, but have you ever actually been face to face with one? Like, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All your book smarts. Yeah.
He's a
So Hooper,
poser.
what's up? Go ahead.
He's a poser.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he claims to know sharks, right? He tells his little story later on, right?
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
but that's it. Uh, but then so we meet Hooper, and then he's like, I want to see the girl, right?
Mhm.
And I think that the one thing I liked is that his reaction when the guy just brought out this little box, and he's like, and Hooper's face
Oh
is
man.
like, that's it, without saying a word. It's like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
because they're being told that it's a boating accident.
Yeah, and we got to back up. We did jump ahead there. How they managed to open the beaches back up. At very first, Brody said this is a shark attack. Mayor Larry comes in and says, "No, this was a boating accident. We're keeping the beaches open." And
Mhm.
then fast forward to this, Hooper's like, "That's not a fucking boat. That was a shark attack."
Yeah, and uh, go ahead.
Oh, no, yeah, I'm done. You go ahead. You got notes?
I do. Um, I just don't want to. I don't want to ramble.
Well, go ahead. Ramble on.
So that whole scene there, right? So that's another part of the movie where there was a really weird cut. He's talking to Brody, and then he pulls up the hand, and he's like, "This is what happens." Do you know what I'm talking about? And it doesn't really. It's a weird cut. If you see the movie, you'll
Mhm.
know what I'm talking about. Do you know what I'm talking about? You're shaking your head, yes.
Yeah,
I
I know.
don't remember that.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's when you'll like when he pulls the hand up. It's a very weird. It doesn't really connect. Like the scene doesn't connect. It's not a continuation of any sort of sentence. Um, but he starts talking about different sharks, but he uses I think the Latin terms. So first he says he's like, this could be a large squalus, which is a dogfish shark.
Hmm.
Um, he said it could be a long a longimanus, maybe I'm saying it wrong, which is an oceanic white tip shark. and he says it could also be a Surus glaucus, which is a mako shark. So I think that he is assuming that it's a shark that is native to the waters there. He's not coming out and saying that was a great white. Like, I don't think that was on his radar.
Yeah.
He was saying that it was probably one of the biggest dogfish, one of the biggest squaluses ever, right? He was just, because he's like, the radius has to be like this. So he was just using his knowledge, more of his book knowledge, I think, than anything.
The last shark that you mentioned, mako shark.
Yeah.
Fun fact, that's a mako shark on the poster. It's not actually a great white. And the shark actually still exists, and it's in formaldehyde. So I just watched a video. The guy like pulled the shark out that the poster was modeled after, and you can tell because of the nose. I'll try to find a picture of the actual formaldehyde shark if I could find the video again. But I just learned that the other day.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Was that part of the documentary when he went and he saw they were like
I saw it
revamping?
on Instagram. It was like an Instagram short, and I'm scrolling and I saw Jaws, so I clicked on it, and it was talking about the poster shark.
It
Okay.
might be in the 50th anniversary documentary. I haven't watched that yet. That new one on Hulu or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't watched that one yet. It might be in there.
I
Because I
want
saw
thing I
that
found out-
video too that you're talking about, Matt. It came up on my news feed.
Okay.
I don't know why Spielberg won't just do director's commentary. He doesn't do it apparently for any of his movies.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he doesn't do director's commentary for any of his movies.
Huh.
He refuses.
He's a weird man. He doesn't do that. He won't stay for the last day of shooting. I heard he doesn't do that on any of
Yeah,
his.
so when you're talking about that, yeah, he has like that weird kind of what's that word I'm trying to think of? Like a superstition.
Oh, is that what it is? A superstition?
I think so. I think it was some sort of superstition where he doesn't stay for the last day of filming or something.
See, on the documentary, he said that, he spent, I think it was 7 months on the island or something like that, not leaving it, where everyone else got to leave like a day. They could do their thing. Like, I think it was Sundays, but he stayed the entire time. So when it got to the end of shooting of Jaws, he was just like, I'm out of here, and just took off.
So maybe because that was like his first major film, right?
Second. The
Second?
first film he did was Sugar Land something. It had Goldie Hawn in it. That was his first movie, and then that's how he got hired for Jaws, was from that movie.
Well, his first hit, I guess. His first major hit.
Yeah, I don't know how well that Sugar, whatever that movie was. I don't know how well that did, but I
So
do
I'm wondering if like it did so well, he was like, all right, this is what I'm doing now.
yeah. I don't know how well it did, but I know he wanted to bring some characters from that movie into Jaws.
Okay. Did he do wait, he might have done Duel before Jaws as well.
Yeah, Duel was before Jaws. That's right. I forgot
Duel
about
before.
that.
Yeah, he did Duel as well.
But I think that Sugarland movie thing was a lot more popular than Duel.
Yeah. I think Duel has become more popular later on as he's become bigger. But all right, yeah. So after that, then they catch the shark.
Yep.
What?
So it's a real shark. Yeah, exactly. So that part's really funny, right? They got a what? And then in the next scene, the dude is talking like he's a New York mobster. Like he completely changes how he talks and his tone, which is that dude has been made fun of by his friends.
Oh, he had
his whole life.
He had to have been. Had to.
Oh what?
Oh what?
Like I can picture Spielberg going, "No, you need it higher. I can't hear you."
I guess those guys all three of those guys that were there talking during that scene, and he did. I guess they're really good friends. Like in real life, they were really good friends, and they were saying they were like Laurel and Hardy growing up, but in the movie they actually brought that out, so it was out for good.
That's really funny.
Laurel and Hardy type Jokesters.
Oh, what?
Oh, what?
Um, so yeah, that shark is a real shark. It was caught in Florida, and it was shipped up to the Martha's Vineyard.
What was its name? Did you write that down by
Oh,
chance? Was it like
it
Oscar or something like that?
Oscar.
Was it
Oscar.
Oscar?
Yep.
That's
Um,
hilarious.
a 13-foot tiger shark, and
A
it
what?
was a, a what?
Sorry, I had to.
I love it. And it's funny because apparently it had already started rotting, and it
Oh,
smelled so bad
duh,
to everyone, and it was like they were
that
just
would
done.
suck.
Oh,
That would
oh,
suck.
um,
Kind of like the dinner scene in Texas Chainsaw, but by the ocean.
yeah. In the
Ugh.
original or the remake, which one?
Come on, Mike.
The
Come on.
All right, the remake. All right. So
That's never gonna stop.
so yeah, so then he talks about how he wants to cut it open. The guy's like, you can't cut it open here. Then they cut to um they're having dinner, and he's supposed to come over. And then they do like a mimic scene. That's a nice little scene between Brody and his son. And if you've
Jumping
ever
ahead a little
seen
bit. So they're partying, they're celebrating because they caught the shark. Mrs. Kittner comes up and says,
Oh, right.
You knew that there was a shark attack and you kept the beaches open, and then smack.
Pete
Smack in
Brody?
the face. And then it
What?
kind of brought Brody's mood back down. And
Yeah.
Hooper's like, listen, that bite radius doesn't match. I want to cut the shark open. Mayor Larry's like, you're not cutting that shark open because if that kid falls out, it's gonna fuck up our whole shit. So you're gonna have to wait till everybody goes. Then Hooper goes to Brody's house. Brody's kind of down in the dumps. I think that smack really got him thinking, and he's spending some time with his kids or his kid, and they're doing this thing and this. It is a really like heartwarming
It is.
thing that you know. It went from all right, we're excited to you know what, this sucks because that may not be the shark, and then this kind of started to uplift a little bit, and then Hooper comes in and has dinner with him.
Yeah. Um, and that scene is mimicked in the highly acclaimed Jaws: The Revenge
With his daughter.
with his daughter. Right.
Yeah.
The son then does it with his daughter to connect back.
Yep.
That's what makes Jaws: The Revenge such a classic, such a timeless classic.
Maybe we'll do an episode on that. So don't get too carried away.
But that's and this scene kind of shows how this movie is able to fit in humor really well. They fit in the humor really well, and it never comes off as cheesy or bad. You know, Hooper brings the wine,
Oh
and
yeah.
Brody just like he just opens. He's like, "Oh, you gotta let breathe."
Yeah.
He's like, "It's
Nah.
full of ice. It had something else in it before. Just doesn't care." And he's just downing it.
They have like this much in their wine glasses.
Yep.
And it's just like
He
a
just
full
fills
glass.
up a
Like,
regular cup.
yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Um,
That's when they bring up about
yeah.
going and cutting
And
the
he's like,
shark open. Can you do that? And he's like, then he say something like, I can do whatever I want.
I'm
I'm
the
the
chief
chief
of
of
I'm the
police.
he's like, I'm the chief of police.
He's drunk, gonna drive him up there to cut open the shark.
So they go cut this shark open, and I don't know where they're at or where they're keeping this shark, but it looks like it's a basement.
Yeah,
So
really weird.
there's a deleted scene that's more of that scene.
Oh,
And
okay.
it looks like it's like a warehouse or something. It looks like it's almost an attic.
Yeah,
like because it's got the beams going like this.
yeah.
So right, but they're not climbing. They're not carrying that shark anywhere
I thought it was
high.
one of those
So
like little boat places, where they bring the
it,
boats in and
yeah, it
like in the
probably
back of the
is.
Amityville house. I thought it was
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah. I'll have to watch that this deleted scene again because I kind of just halfway paid attention to it. But they're cutting it open and whatever comes out,
Milk.
milk or whatever, milk. It
I
looks like milk. I don't
think
know.
Richard Dreyfuss does a really good job at expressing how disgusting it is.
Yeah.
His acting, it just watching the scene, it makes me think that it smells bad.
Yeah.
And then he really gets in there. Like he doesn't roll up his sleeves or anything. That
Yeah.
really bothers me. Like if you're gonna get into that, why you're wearing a jacket, you're gonna get your but
He still
whatever.
has his tie on.
Yeah. So he starts digging things out. He gets a couple fish, uh, a license plate,
Yeah.
and
A
he's like,
can. I think a can came out.
that's it. There's the kids coming in here. This isn't our shark. And then they're like, all right, well, fuck it. Let's take the boat out.
Well, Chief Brody wasn't saying that. Hooper was.
Hooper was, and then
Chief Brody didn't want nothing to do with it.
no, but he talked him into it.
There's an Easter egg there.
All right, what is it?
Uh, the license plate.
Yeah.
So the license plate is a Louisiana license plate.
Yeah.
If you look at the plate, it says 007 on it. So it's a literal connection to James Bond. And in fact, it's a little connection to the movie Live and Let Die. Spielberg always wanted to direct a James Bond movie. And Live and Let Die was based in Louisiana, I guess. And
Yeah.
it came out in 70. The dates were like 72, 73, and I think it came out in January of 73 or something like that. So that was a legit like a direct connection to James
Oh, wow.
Bond.
Huh.
And that so I guess that same license plate was in another A-list shark movie, Deep Blue Sea, which I guess has a lot of connections to Jaws that I didn't know. I didn't really get into that too much, but I mean, Deep Blue Sea was fine. It had
I don't
interesting
really
parts.
remember it all that much.
I just remember Morgan Freeman, or no, Samuel L. Jackson. So you can't even
Oh,
remember.
right on.
I don't
But
remember that. I don't think I ever saw it.
yeah, I mean, again, it's not anything memorable, but yeah. So I was like, there's got to be something with that license plate, and so I looked it up and
That's
it,
cool.
I found it. I don't have a source, but he wanted to direct a Bond movie, and yeah,
Huh.
that's why he put it in there.
That's pretty cool.
One day he will.
Mhm. What?
So they take the boat out
Mhm.
and they find what's his name's boat?
I forget
Ben
his
Gardner.
name.
What's his name?
Ben Gardner.
Yeah. And
Now, Ben Gardner is played by that guy that you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have his name here. Just keep talking.
so
It'll be here
Hooper is like, you know what? I'm gonna go investigate. And it's the same thing they do in other horror movies, but usually it's in a house.
Yep.
Like, stay here. I'm gonna go check it out.
Yeah.
So he puts his wetsuit on and jumps in. This is one of the only jump scares really that I can think of in the movie. But it's very effective and it's not cheesy. So he gets down, he's under the water, and I don't know boat terminology, but there's like that window. Is that the hull in the hull of the boat or whatever?
Yeah.
And then boom, all of a sudden, dude's
Well, it's
face.
not a window, it's a hole.
Yeah, hole. That's what it is. Dude's face. It's Jaws' window he made.
Yeah.
Well, he finds the shark tooth first. That makes him realize, like, oh, we're dealing with the great white.
Yep. So he's got it in his hand, and then dude's face pops up through the hole. It's all rotted and gross
Yep.
looking.
His eyes missing.
Done really well. But that was like the only real jump scare, and then he drops the shark tooth,
Yep.
of course, because that's the evidence that he needs to show people.
Yep.
And then he's like, "Yo, we gotta get out of here."
Yeah.
So then
Chief Brody's up on the boat just drinking because he had that bottle.
Oh, yeah,
or something.
he's like, you get the Tonight Show on these things,
Yeah, that's right.
and that's when he finds out that Hooper's rich.
Yeah,
Yeah, because he's like, I paid for all this kind of thing.
I wonder if did either of you guys read the book?
no,
I didn't.
I wonder if that is in the book at all because in the book, um, Hooper is banging Brody's wife,
Yeah,
and
that's
it's
one
like
of the
this
things I found out. Yeah,
whole love triangle thing. So yeah, I don't know if like I watched it after hearing that, I watched the movie and I'm like, wow, if this happened in the book, why how could they be friends with this? So
I'm really happy they didn't go down that road. That would have
yeah,
just been weird and unnecessary.
yeah. Yeah, they said they switched the script up just for the town people
Yeah,
and the shark,
yeah,
instead of this whole getting in with the characters. Because there's also like some kind of mafia story in the book as well.
yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah. They picked the right parts.
all right. So,
Is the shark working?
yeah, the shark's working.
cool.
So let's keep it moving.
Yes.
All right. So we go back now. They're getting ready to get on the boat, right? So we go back to Quint. And again, this is another one of those parts that like if you and I put on subtitles for this reason because Quint doesn't stop talking. Like he never stops talking, which is great for us. Like I think about how annoying that would be. Could you imagine being on a boat and this dude does not stop?
Yeah.
But he starts saying like he wants the $10,000, and then when he wants them to buy him dinner, all that stuff, and then he starts
Yeah.
asking for this wild stuff. He goes, "I want apricot brandy,"
Mhm.
which what is apricot brandy? Or yeah, and then pate de foie gras, like, and then he wants Iranian caviar
And a color TV's in there.
and a color TV. Yeah, I like this dude is
It's
out of his
still,
mind.
even to this day, it's hard for me to listen to everything that he's saying. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like he rambles and talks so much. I really only try to pick out the important things. I don't think it was until maybe even just a few years ago that I didn't like stop and listen to what happened to him when his boat got overtaken and he was in the ocean.
With the other sharks.
Yeah.
Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Because the motherfucker just rambles so much.
Yeah,
Who knows what's important and what's not,
yeah. When he go like yeah, they go out there and Hooper's just getting ready. He says something about him. He's like, "What are you even an astronaut? What is he?" He says something like, "It's
Yeah.
like what?
Yeah. About all the tools he's bringing on the boat. Yeah.
This guy wants me an
This
astronaut."
cage, you go in the cage. You go in the cage, cage goes in the water. You know what else is in the water? A shark.
Sharkers in the
Our
water.
shark.
Who's
Yeah.
a monkey cage?
Yeah.
So then he's like, "Yeah, Brody, I made this myself." He gives it to Brody. Brody drinks the drink, spits it out.
Hits it out.
And then Hooper takes it from Brody. He's like, "Don't drink that." And Hooper's just
That's why I
like,
said that to you with your bottle after you crushed it.
Yeah, so and then it's at that point that was done on purpose, I think, to show that Hooper has a little bit more to offer than um what
Point. Thanks.
what Quint thinks, and maybe even more so than what Brody has to offer.
"Yeah."
You
Yeah.
know?
Well, with the when he ties the rope,
Yep.
it's kind of showing like, okay, this guy's more than just brains. Like he actually has some skills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but I've read. I didn't watch anything, but that the Robert Shaw and Dreyfus, like they legit did not like each other.
No. I heard it's changed. Like Dreyfus has nice things to say now after the
Yeah,
man's dead. But yeah, because from what I heard, Shaw was always drunk. He
yeah,
was just a full-blown alcoholic. When he didn't have any alcohol in him, he was a very nice guy. But as soon as he drank something, he became very competitive and
yeah.
was kind of a jerk. And Dreyfus is a jerk as well in real
Oh
life.
yeah,
So the two bumped heads so bad.
yeah,
I've heard numerous stories of Dreyfus being a jerk at conventions and stuff. And I could see the two of them just
yeah.
going at each other.
He seems
Whenever it was, it worked well between those
Yeah.
two. Because, like you were saying earlier, Matt, that about the respect. I think that Quint ended up respecting Hooper like a little bit more later on. I mean, but of course he keeps saying Hooper, like but
Yeah.
I think he trusts Hooper, and it comes off in a different way. But he trusts Hooper to do those things. You know what I mean? So I
yeah,
kind of looked at it in a different way. He's not going to have Hooper do those things. Like he treats Brody almost like a child,
yeah,
Yeah.
really. Goes in the hole, goes out the hole, and he's trying to tie the knot. Whereas Hooper, he's like, go do this. Like, you know what you're doing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that totally. And as the shark hunt progresses, and then they get into telling the story of their scars, I think that's a pretty big turning point for their relationship in the film.
Yeah.
Um, there's a I I don't know if I've missed this, but Brody kind of like lifts his shirt up. He's got a scar, but he doesn't go into what it was.
He got shot, it looks like, but yeah, they don't go in depth with the
Something,
shooting.
yeah,
But it does look like a bullet wound
Yeah,
scar.
yeah.
they didn't really
They
ever.
definitely connect that night. Yeah, for sure.
But in part four, they talk about Brody and they say he died from a heart attack. So I guess that scar could be something leaning towards that. Maybe he had medical issues before, because wasn't the scar somewhere near there?
No, the scar was
Oh,
way
down
down
below. Okay. All
low.
right.
You're
Never
you're
mind
thinking
then.
of when
Dis-
Hooper goes, I got it right here. He's talking about broke my heart.
that's right. Yeah. Disregard then. Sorry.
No, it's all right. Um, but so one part that I really love, and I think that this movie does it really well of being deliberate with things, was when the whole scene with they're first on the boat, and the line starts moving very slowly, and he's very slow about everything, and he just gets it on, and you're like, oh man, like this is about to go down.
Mhm.
Mhm.
He hooks in, and it's all that tension that's really amazing. And meanwhile, Brody's over there going, oh, you got my I'm trying to get my knot, you know.
Yeah.
Hooper's up there oblivious, you know uh which, by the way, that chair kind of disappears
Yeah, I didn't notice.
after that.
Yeah. I
Right.
didn't either. Really?
Well, think about it. So think about that last scene. There's no chair there. There's no chair. If you keep like I'm watching, I'm like, what happened to the chair? There's no chair anymore.
Hmm.
Maybe they moved it.
Maybe
And that's
it's one of those chairs that you like just sits, they just take it up off the little peg or whatever.
that's
But
probably it.
I don't know.
I don't know, but it's not there anymore. So
That's crazy.
um
That scene when he yells at Hooper, Starbird or whatever, like when he has him on the line and they're going around. I guess he was super sick during that scene. Um, Shaw, right?
oh yeah.
Or yeah, I guess he was like real sick from seasickness to where like people had to like carry him to the chair and
Yes.
put him down in the chair, and he was like moving real slow. And they were all like, he's not going to be able to do the scene. He's not going to be able to yell, and react. And I guess he got in a chair, sat there for a minute, and then they did the scene, and he yelled and screamed at Hooper. And then they said cut, and he just collapsed on the little thing there, just
Oh
collapsed on
man.
it. Got his scene and got him out of there, but yeah, he was really sick during that when they did that part.
We did a great
It
job.
was
Yeah,
so good, man. It was so good.
So, where do we go from here? There's
a lot of water stuff.
lot of water
Yeah.
stuff.
Um, so none of them realize how big the shark is. They still don't know. They
Hmm.
have an idea, but they don't know. And so the first time anybody sees the shark is Brody
Hmm.
when he's chumming.
Yep.
And the shark just pops up. And the famous line, "You're gonna need a bigger boat," right?
Yeah.
Which was
Um,
ad-libbed, by the way.
oh, was it?
Yeah, which that's crazy with how big that line is. It was ad-libbed.
Yeah, that's awesome. And he was just, yeah, he's confused, like what? And nobody saw it, and then you see, then that's when we see the shark the most, right? Then they actually see it, you know, 25-footer, 20-footer, whatever. And then they know that I think they realize that they're probably in for more than they bargained for.
They're doomed.
Yeah. And that's when, and so even before the night, I think that's when Quint and Hooper make that connection because he needs to shoot the shark. He needs he needs Hooper to tie the barrel off. And he's like, "You need to do it." He's like, "Don't wait for me," and then that kind of thing. And he gets it, and then they get the barrel. So he realized like I could trust this dude, you know. Meanwhile, Brody, I don't know what he's doing. He's kind of just doing his thing, walking around, backs up. He tries to get back, and then Quint comes out with the harpoon. He realizes he's got to go back this way. He's just kind of in the way. Um,
Isn't he loading his
what?
gun?
What?
Wasn't he loading his gun at that scene?
Oh, he might have been. Yeah, yeah, he might have been. um, yeah. Speaking of foreshadowing stuff, they really foreshadow those oxygen tanks a
Yeah.
lot,
Yeah. Oh
a
yeah.
lot.
I caught that today. It was on. And I was watching it. I'm like, wow, I never realized how much they talk about it.
Yeah, they really focus on those a ton.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably like 5 different times. In fact, it gets to the point where that's kind of how Hooper, or not Hooper, but Quint, he's grabbing and then it hits, it smashes his hand.
Hmm.
Like it's like, oh, okay. Um, but yeah, they do that a lot. So
Do you know, not to backtrack again, but when they're talking about their scars and they're drinking and they're building their relationship through that, when Quint starts talking about what happened to him and his men and his ship, that story is very captivating to me now. Now that I can like sit and listen to what happened, and he paints such a good picture as an even as an actor as he's telling the story, like I'm seeing that happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're bunching together in groups so they can stay alive. Sometimes the shark will go away, sometimes it didn't, and he's talking about how like it ripped his friend in half, and that whole scene just done through his storytelling was one of the best pieces of dialogue in that film, I thought.
yep,
You know,
Oh
I agree
yeah.
100%. Yes.
I mean, there's a lot of great one-liners in there. We're going to need a bigger boat. Um, you know, the joking between Hooper and uh, but that storytelling was so it really like pulls you in.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Yep.
when I was a kid, I didn't listen to that. He's just fucking rambling about whatever. But as an adult and in hearing the story, it's like, wow, that's really well written, and it's even better portrayed by Robert Shaw, like the way he expelled those words in that story.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I didn't mean to backtrack, but I wanted to give that I don't know, what was it, like a soliloquy, or I don't know what you.
Well, You're not really backtracking because that all happened after what we were just talking about. Um, but so there's a lot of like people thinking that you know how I love my conspiracy theories on movies, but people say that because he has inaccurate dates
Mhm.
that he made up that story. I don't think so. Um, I think maybe he's just off on I so that was something I guess was added in kind of late into the movie, him doing that.
Mhm.
And as far as the dates go, I don't know. People are saying because he was he was kind of doing stolen valor, that because he had the tattoo, but then he got rid of the tattoo because he felt bad about having it, that kind of thing. And so people are saying that he made it up. I don't know. I don't I'm not really in that camp. I think that that's a stretch. Um, I can agree that that's why he is the way he is, why he won't wear a life vest,
Mhm.
that he has such a disdain for sharks and
Yeah.
that kind of thing. And he is the way he is. Talking about going back, there's a lot of things that I didn't talk about that we missed, but we missed the whole death scene.
Well, which one?
So, um,
Pivot?
nope. So after they catch the
Canoe.
tiger,
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
after they catch the tiger shark, they're like, "Oh, we're good. Everybody can go back out to the ocean."
Mhm.
So then the thing comes in, the ferry comes in. All these people get off the ferry, um, and they do a juxtaposition arcade game. Um,
Shark
it's
Attack.
called Killer Shark.
Killer Shark, yeah.
Yeah, so I looked up. It was an actual arcade game, and in that same scene, it's actually funny. They have that. Remember that one arcade game I told you about, Space Cadet? I think it's space. Or, no, I'm sorry, Computer Space. Remember the first arcade game ever made?
Yep.
It's right there next to it.
Oh,
It's
really?
yellow. Yeah. So, yeah. So that's there.
So we did a video of Pastimes Arcade, and that arcade game is in that video.
Is in that video. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So they have Killer Shark, and they did that to show like that. They had this game that's kind of supposed to be fun shooting, and it was like one of the first shooters that they made like that. Um, and so then as they're going along the beach, somebody has a radio going, and it's of a baseball game. It's actually a fake baseball game. This is at the 56-minute mark, and it says something about Jerry Christian, and the name Jerry Christian. Jerry Christian is actually he was Spielberg's sound effects editor in his movie Duel. That's why I remember Duel. But he used his name because he was a sound effects editor in Duel. Um, and I read about that on from a guy that's called Let's Get Rambling. He talked about it. So, and there was a couple other names in that I didn't really write down, but basically it was a bunch of people that Spielberg had worked with, and he used their names in this fake baseball broadcast to kind of make it kind of more authentic, but also give kind of homage to the guys that have been with him, right? Um, so then we first see the shark at 1 hour 2 minutes that we talked about, and it's when you kind of see him under the water, and it's like at an angle, it's like at a side angle, and he takes that dude's leg off, and then you see the leg fall to the bottom of the ocean
Hmm.
or whatever they're in, the pond. What is it? The lake?
They
I don't
say
know.
it's they
A
say
little
it's at the
inlet,
pond, but I think it's just like a little.
like a little inlet
Yeah.
area, which seems very shallow for a shark to be in, but whatever. Um, yeah, so that's really the first time that we see Jaws, and that's when we see the dog, and this has nothing to do with the movie, and if you've never seen this movie, this won't make any sense to you. But at the 1 hour 4 minute mark, he looks out into the ocean, and it goes underneath the overpass, and it's like a long view shot,
Hmm.
For whatever reason, that always reminds me of the movie Popeye. Like when they're when he's fighting the guys in that little cave area. I don't know. That's just me. Anyways, that's a side note. But
I always take that shot as like Chief Brody, like it was kind of like a turning point. Like, you know,
yeah,
this was my kid. This is like really close, to home.
yeah, it's close to home. It's like, all right, now it's so yeah. All right, now we're back on the boat. Sorry.
No, you're fine. So, the shark gets shot with some barrels. Where's your barrel at, Mike?
What?
Where's
Your
your
barrel.
Yeah, the barrel. Oh, yeah. It's got
You already forgot
he's
about
got
it? He's
so
definitely.
he's got two of these things on him now,
Yep.
and he can't believe it.
I
Two
always
barrels.
like
There's no way to go two barrels.
always like the barrel scenes because, like, it's a way that they could show that the shark is coming or randomly where it is without showing. So it gives you that suspense, you know,
Hmm.
like with the dock.
Yeah. Yeah. They found tricky ways to show that suspense where Jaws is at without even having Jaws
Yeah.
there. That was great.
Yep. Um, then it gets to a point where Brody's wife is starting to get worried. So she calls and Quint's like, "Oh, we're doing good. We caught some fish.
Hmm.
Sufficient.
Yeah, we'll be back for dinner."
Yeah.
Doesn't let her say anything. Um, and that was the second to last time that thing was used. When
Yep.
it really started going down, and Brody's like, "We need to call a mayday."
Hmm.
He goes in and tries to use the radio. This is where Quint gets kind of fed up with Brody's inability to handle the situation.
Yeah.
And he just goes and smashes the radio with a baseball bat. And
Yep.
then they,
Yep.
they kind of have this butting of heads, but Bruce is out there and they got to deal with him. So they don't really, it doesn't really go any farther than the radio room.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Right.
Um, yeah. I mean, it really starts to, shit hits the fan,
Hmm.
as they say. Water's now getting, they try to tie the shark off to the cleats. The shark just takes the freaking boat and it just pulls
Yep.
the cleats right off. They get a third barrel on it. That
There's
doesn't
no way he
matter.
could go under with the three barrels.
Yep.
So it was at
They
this
go.
point where Quint goes in and he looks at the life jackets and he puts his hands up or
Um,
hand up and he comes up.
yeah, and he looks at the life jackets. I think this is right before they do the cage.
It is, yep. And
Yeah.
and he was like he throws them the two and he keeps his off. So it almost seems like he is admitting defeat at this point. He's kind of ready to give up and go down with the ship like any good captain would. But
Yeah.
then his last ditch effort, he wants to ask Hooper, what does this stuff do? What
Yeah.
do you have here that we can use? And he shows him like this this I don't know, some kind of a something to put the shark to sleep.
Yeah.
He's like, well, you can't get this needle in the skin. And he said, no, but if I can get close enough, maybe I can get it in his mouth.
Yeah.
And how are you going to do that? Well, I got this lucky cage.
Yeah.
Well, they build the cage on the ship, and
Yeah.
this is an awesome scene. It's a big scene. Uh, Hooper goes in the cage. Cage goes in the water.
Gives you
Shark.
a little bit of hope. Like it gives that, like, okay, this is how they're going to do it.
Yeah.
And I think in the book, that's how. I think it's like it's almost like that. I think that's how they kill the shark. That the shark just kind of suffocate, like they get it into shallow water or something. Again, I could be wrong on that because I haven't read the book, but the way the shark dies in the book is a lot less um dramatic than the movie is.
Well, this cage scene, it's so effective that they wrote a whole other film about it. Like there's a what is it? It's like a ripoff of Jaws, but the whole
Oh,
is like I think it's a girl in a cage in the water.
like 57 meters down or
57
something like
meters
that.
deep or something like that, or 33 meters, something like that.
I think it's 47 meters. Some
47 meters. There you
yeah, but
go.
that scene is crazy and it builds up a lot of anxiety. You know that the shark's coming, and then all of a sudden the shark is there, and I don't know. It's one of the best scenes, one of the better scenes in the film,
Yeah.
you know?
That scene is a direct reason why Hooper didn't die in the movie. Because so they had live scenes of sharks. And that scene with the cage when it was empty was a live scene of a shark. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like when they had the
Yeah.
cage and it was far away and the shark's going insane on the cage.
Yeah.
That's a live scene of a shark, but there's nobody in the cage.
Mhm.
And so to combat that, he was like, well, I can't have Hooper die because it doesn't make any sense. He's not in the cage. You can't die. So he decided to be like, okay, well, Hooper was able to escape and then Hooper lived. But I think because Hooper died in the book, so he was going to have him die in the movie, and only Brody was going to survive.
Hmm. I need
Well,
to
Hooper
read.
had a comment in a book.
I need to read the book. I think we would like the book. I think I'd like it. But
We're coming up to the end. Uh, Cooper stays down below. Now,
It-
Brody's, well, we totally missed Quint's death.
oh, oh,
Yeah.
I mean, and
It,
that's where I started thinking about the chair. I was like, wait a second, there was a chair right there. There's no chair.
yeah. So Jaws comes up, smashes the boat, basically,
Yeah.
gets Quint. Quint's, that's another, the guy sliding down the dock. It's almost like foreshadowing. Quint sliding down the boat, and then, you know, he gets him. He gets him in half, and you're like, no, he's still got a chance.
Yep.
He might be like Lieutenant Dan.
He's got his machete in the hand. He's stabbing the crap out of the shark.
He's trying to take it down with him, and
Yeah.
then he loses the battle. So Quint, our favorite character, is
Ugh. That one last bite,
Mhm.
like, and you hear it, and it just
He
like
spits that
today
blood up.
I had the sound up, like listening, and it was just and oh
yeah.
and again practical effects, man, like that,
Yep.
like that scene has no right to look as good as it does.
That's
I mean, it's
that death scene has stuck out to me ever since I was a little kid.
It is scarring.
It is a
Yeah.
really, really good.
I mean, there's the beginning of it right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know if you guys, it's been over and over, but
So now
I
Brody
just
is alone on this the Orca. The boat is called the Orca. He's alone, and the boat's starting to go down, and he starts, climbing to the top that hasn't sunk yet.
Reaching
Yep.
for whatever he can to stay out of the water.
yeah. And then the air tank crushes his hand,
Yep.
and he's like, ah.
Yep. Yep.
Air tank's like, you talk shit about me, okay?
So, refresh my
Like
memory. How does
he's kicking his feet. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, you feel that whole scene.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Refresh my
And you
memory.
just see
How
this
does
thing
the
just
air
going back
tank-
and forth.
How does the air tank end up in Jaws's mouth?
As he's biting the back of the boat, getting Quint.
Well, no, it ends up so after he gets Quint, he goes back into he drags Quint to the water.
Yeah.
Then the boat's still sinking, and then Brody is in the main hull, the main part of the ship, and then Jaws comes through the side of the wall,
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
and you see the remnants of
In
Quint
between the
on his
teeth and
teeth
stuff.
hanging.
Yeah.
His teeth are all pink. It's great. And he's just going like just biting everything in front of him.
Yeah.
And Brody has the tank and he's trying to get it in, and he finally shoves it in his mouth, and the shark is like, "Oh, I got something," and he goes back into the water. And then that's when Brody goes out onto the mast.
Because
You know,
there was a line in the film, or they did talk very much about how those tanks will explode upon a certain impact.
yeah, they made a point to definitely say that. Yeah, yeah, that they're very, very volatile.
So then Brody climbs up the mast, and he's got his rifle, right?
Yep, yep.
And
Mhm.
And then Jaws comes up from underneath first,
yes,
and he kind of has a harpoon too, and he stabs him in the nose,
Mhm.
and it gets him away. And then I don't know if he has teleporting abilities, but then Jaws is ends up being like 100 yards away. I'll suspend disbelief. It's fine, but Jaws ends up being 100 miles away. The shark that swallows everything has not swallowed the air tank.
It's stuck in that little flap of skin.
Oh, yeah, it's just right there.
so then the line comes out.
Yep,
Smile, you son of a bitch.
yep. And before that, he's like he says things that it's hard to hear, but he's saying blow up.
No, I don't think I ever picked
Like
that.
he's like blow up. It just sounds like, yeah. Again, that's why I put on the subtitle, because he kept saying blow up every time he shoots. He's trying to get that to get him to blow up. And then yeah, he says smile, you son of a bitch, which is probably what I mean. That has to be one of the best ending lines to any movie ever.
That is a tough line.
That's
So then
that worked out.
he hits the bullseye, and
He hits the bullseye.
Jaws explodes in the water,
Yeah.
and Brody is alone.
Yeah.
A couple seconds later, Hooper pops up.
Yeah.
And
Well, and they do that sound. It's like a whale sound, right? Like they make a, it's like the as he's dying in the water,
yeah, yep.
has that loud whale sound kind of thing.
As much as I really like the Jaws theme and the music, there are parts of the music that really annoy me. Like when uh Jaws gets stuck with the barrels and he starts running,
Mhm.
and it's like that happy orchestra type.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a happy part. Yep.
Yeah, and it's like dun, 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 whatever.
It's like, yeah,
Like I hated that. They did it twice, and it's almost like Goonies style music,
yeah.
you know?
It is weird. It's weird.
Yeah. But so I don't want to shit on the score or the soundtrack, but
I think that's what you're doing. You're saying John Williams' score is terrible.
I didn't care for those two parts. But the Jaws soundtrack overall was great. Jaws explodes, then they come up and they find some kind of something to float on, and then they just start kicking. Who knows how long they
You
had?
connect two barrels. Yeah.
Yeah, who knows how long it took
Yep.
them to get back to the shore?
Yeah. Well, one thing that I had a little issue with, so before this, they're trying to bring Jaws back into shore, right? And they make you think like they're out in the middle of the ocean. But then there's some parts where you can actually see land.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was kind of
He
like,
tried
and they're not
really hard to not show that while doing
yeah.
this movie, they
Yeah.
said. But I mean, where they filmed, there's not really any place they could really go where there wouldn't
Yeah.
be.
It didn't ruin it. It doesn't ruin it. It's just, I mean, you kind of just whatever.
Yeah.
You just it's for display. But yeah, but then they get the barrels, and then yeah, one thing I never really, I guess, paid attention to that I paid attention to today was all the seagulls. And I'm like, oh, the seagulls are there because the friggin' shark just blew up, and there's pieces of it all over the place.
That's what I figured.
I never, I don't know why I just never
Oh, I
connected.
thought you said that that's what you thought. I thought you were getting ready to say something like there was another reason.
No,
Oh,
no other reason. I just
oh, okay.
I guess I just never thought about it. I was like, oh, yeah, that's oh,
I
maybe
always
they're
thought
there.
that they were just there because they were getting close to land.
See, and that's kind of what I thought. But then I was like, oh, that's why they're there. Because the freaking shark is in 1,000
Got a
pieces.
free meal.
They want that shark meat,
Yeah.
Yeah.
shark bites.
Um, and then watching it in 4K today. Now, again, this is another thing. I guess I just maybe never paid attention to the end credits because the end credits are not long. I don't know if you noticed that,
Yeah,
but
no,
they
they're
don't last
not.
long.
They're done by the time like they swim out. It's done. Yeah.
Yeah. And I never noticed that they actually like show them getting off the barrels and walking onto the beach.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, so they're out in the water, and then you see them on the barrels, and then you see them finally get to the shore, and kind of walk and start walking on to the beach.
Huh.
Never
Yeah,
know.
I never noticed that.
I never noticed that either.
Wow.
Yep,
Huh.
they're just like little speck.
Right on. Huh. I thought they
So
just paddled away.
no, yeah, right. No,
So
they were trying to get to the shore.
listen, this show is probably almost as long as Jaws at about 2 hours.
Yeah, it's a long one.
Let's
That's what happens when Mike tries to make us talk about the movie in order.
let's
Oh man,
out of 10,
I got to keep us on point.
how many VHS tapes do you give this out of 10?
I'll give it an 8.
Going 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
I have
Holiday.
more to talk about. I have more to talk about.
We gotta go.
Oh, all right.
What do
Never
you
mind.
No, go ahead.
What?
Go ahead.
You want to talk about more?
Give me your score and then tell me what you got to talk about, and then we'll end it.
How many VHS tapes? 9.5.
Damn.
Wow, that's a good one.
It's
As many
it's iconic.
VHS tapes as you have of pages.
For
I'm-
what?
I'm
Oh
gonna.
yeah, right.
I'll go 8 out of 10.
So what lowers your score?
Um, the unnecessary rambling.
What?
The unnecessary rambling.
Of who? Quint?
Yeah, of Quint. Um, I feel like maybe the movie could have flowed a little bit better.
See, I think it flowed pretty good. You're talking about a movie made in 1975.
Yeah,
I would you guys call this a horror movie?
it's definitely a monster movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't think of it as like a horror movie per se, but it's definitely like a thriller monster movie like Godzilla, something like that.
Yeah. Okay,
Which is
I'm
cool.
with you on that.
There aren't a lot of monster movies. Usually it's a serial killer.
Yeah.
The monster is Jason or Leatherface. This is an actual monster. It's kind of cool.
Does Jaws belong on the Mount Rushmore?
Not of slashers.
If we did a mountain of monsters, maybe, but not like the Freddy, Jason, Leatherface. No,
Yeah,
I don't think so.
it's a different
So,
movie.
all right. So if you make a Rushmore of monsters, you've got Jaws, Godzilla. Who else you putting on that monster?
A Tremor.
There's really
I would put a Tremor on there.
you could probably put like a xenomorph on there. They're pretty iconic.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, from Alien, yeah. Even though you've never seen it.
Never seen it. Still haven't seen it. Um, I don't know. Like monsters, I feel like a lot of people outgrew monsters, like the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah.
Frankenstein, yeah.
Would be Frankenstein.
Pumpkinhead.
Pumpkinhead's a good one. The Creeper from Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying iconic, like, yeah. I mean, Jaws has got to be up there.
Oh yeah.
Just,
It's up there. It's just, I think, a different type of genre.
it is, and I don't think that that's a bad thing. It's just it's interesting to think about how Jaws, I think it's lightning in a bottle. They made Jaws 2, which was fine, Jaws 3, but it was never the same. And
Hmm.
I think there's a reason for that, because once it's done, like, and you make something so good, and that's why, like, I don't know. I think the use of the shark and then the parts without the shark are done so well, and the music, like, the idea that you hear that music and you know what it is
Yeah,
immediately.
I agree with that. But Matt's drying off. He's ready to go.
Well, all right. Do you not want me to continue? I got some things here.
Well, hit your points. Let's. I want to hear what you wrote.
All right. So here's some fun facts. All right. So do you guys know who Peter Benchley is?
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Well, he's the author of Jaws.
Okay. He was in the movie.
He was in the movie. He was the news reporter. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know his name, but as soon as you said the
Okay. Yeah.
author, I knew
So
he
he's
was in
the
the
author of
movie.
Jaws. Um. Uh. Uh. Again, we talked about this earlier. Susan didn't know that they would be pulling her without her knowing, so her reactions were visceral and real. Um. So Spielberg actually made a spoof of that first attack in a comedy World War II movie that he made called 1941 at the beginning. I'd never seen the movie,
I haven't
but
either.
apparently he made a spoof of that first part of Jaws.
Hmm.
So that's something I got to check out. Um, do you guys know who else was thought for? Oh man, I didn't write out who this was. I don't know. This might be Hooper. Do you know who else was thought of for Hooper?
No.
John Voight, Jeff Bridges,
Huh.
and Timothy Bottoms. I don't know who that is.
I don't know.
And then for Quince was Lee Marvin and Sterling Hayden.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
I don't know who either of those guys are. The older actors.
Um,
I did just see that in a documentary I watched.
so there are a lot of connections to Moby Dick in this movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Jaws was part of that. And so Gregory Peck apparently owns the rights to Moby Dick, and he would not allow a scene in the movie. So apparently we were supposed to meet Quint, and he was supposed to be in a theater watching Moby Dick and then causing like a huge scene
I did
about the
hear
movie.
about that. Yeah.
Yeah. And Gregory Peck is like, nah, you're not gonna do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, all right, well, this dude, you know. Let's see. We talked about how Hooper had an affair with with Brody, Brody's wife, which would have been really weird.
Yeah.
I'm glad they didn't do that.
I agree.
The guy's name that it played Ben Gardner is Craig Kingsbury. So that's who Quint like based everything off of.
Oh,
So
okay.
he was a local and he based everything off of that. And that's it.
Well, those are good, and I'm really glad that we added them in. Mike, thank you for keeping us on track because
Yeah.
I want to keep this format where we go try to stay in order on the film. This one's hard to do because uh, there's so many little parts that
Mhm.
you think of in the film that could have been in any order. So Mike is now our designated um,
Oh, great.
guide. to keep
Yeah, he's like the teacher of the class.
Yeah.
Yeah. Matt's over there vacationing. He doesn't even know what's going on.
I'm going back in the water. Fuck that shit.
Go get your barrels.
You got to get it for me.
There you go.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna hook it onto your shark.
There you go.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody. There's no way in hell anyone is
Made it this far.
No.
making it through 2 hours of us talking. But we do have our podcasts are on Spotify now. I'll do a quick little commercial when I have some time. I'll make like a quick short video or something. I will leave a link in the description of this video that'll take you straight to the Spotify podcast. And we're gonna
try to show. Go ahead.
We're gonna have to do our next show a lot sooner this time.
Yes.
We have more to fit into season 2. So there's Mike's pinball game. It's a little washed out, but there goes Quint.
Still looks awesome.
What? I don't know if you can see it, but
Show us the playboard.
it's all washed out right now, so it's hard to see it.
That's cool. It still looks good.
I hate that it's washed out.
It's still awesome.
All right, I'm getting back in the water.
All right. Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies.
Yes.
Keep saying, you sing with me. I'm not singing by myself.
Ladies of Spain.
For we received orders to sail back to Boston. Never again shall I see you again. All right.
All right, guys. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye.